this movie is one of my personal favorites, as well as being a darling of the critics. I'd easily put it in the top 10 of all time. That film is Last Year at Marienbad, directed by Alain Resnais in 1961. Resnais, for those unfamiliar with the name, was a key figure of the French New Wave of the 1950s and 60s, along with Jean-Luc Godard, Francois Truffaut, filmmakers who were more interested in calling attention to the process of filmmaking more than they were in telling a coherent narrative story. And I think that's very true of Last Year at Marienbad. I think more than any other film, it really stretched the boundaries of the medium as an art form and redefined what it could be. Peter Greenaway, the filmmaker, once said that it is truly and absolutely cinematic because it cannot exist in any other form. And I think that's true. It's probably the most pure film ever made, precisely because it cannot be adapted into any other medium. But let's see what our panel has to say.
How do you pronounce the name of that movie?
Last Year at Marienbad.
Last Year at Marienbad?
Yeah.
Oh, Democrat.
So,
What?
what do we think?
Ah.
Dive right in.
What does that mean?
Means I don't like it. What the heck was that? It was so slow. My ADD was going nuts with it. I'm so glad that we have stuff that moves fast. The story could have been told in like 5 minutes times in new movies.
Okay.
Quite irritated.
Anything you liked about it?
Well, okay, there was parts where it was like, okay, there's a story developing, but like then it just, I mean, the story was run throughout the movie, but like an hour into it, finally I realized what the story was about because everything else was talking about the damn mansion and the people were still. I didn't get that. Maybe it's just because I'm young and impatient, but that was annoying.
I thought it was actually beautifully shot. Like, cinematography-wise, it was quite nice. But I think it was repetitive for a reason, though.
Why?
Because he was trying to get her to remember.
But is she dead?
What?
What?
Is she dead?
I thought they were trying to solve like a case or something, and like or whatever. I just did not get it whatsoever. It irritated.
I don't really know what happened, actually, do you?
I don't either. It was, I was jumping back and forth and they're repetitive. I understand they're trying to drive it home. It was very dramatic, very ornate. The cinematography was really, really good.
Cinematography was pretty, huh?
Really, really pretty. But the story, like 30 minutes into it, I was like, I was just kind of, ugh.
The music kept building up to nothing too. I was irritated. I was like, what the hell? There should be something, some killing or some death or something to happen, and the music was like dun 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 dun.
There was a killing. She got shot.
Yeah, exactly. Did she
Maybe.
die?
Did
Exactly.
she get shot?
See,
No.
I don't really know because
No.
team took it back after this.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm with you, Vince. The music built up. It's like, nah, 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 nah. And then it was like next scene of nothing.
What was that shot of her just zooming into her face like 50 times?
I don't know.
I don't really know what happened, actually.
It was pretty. Like the first 20 minutes was very, very pretty. But then it kind of started to lose me.
I don't know. I think the story was about that she met this guy who like she was kind of having an affair with because the other guy was her husband. And then the guy was like, oh, I'm going to come back in a year and take you away. And boom, that's what happened. But then there was all this other filler stuff and nothing. And then like the card game or whatever that game was. That was interesting. I kind of like that.
Game, yeah.
That was fun. But what was the significance of that?
I like the beginning, how everything was frozen though. And how the camera just like, how they
What was
filmed
that for?
it. I don't know, it was just very theatrical. It was very overdone to me.
I think the significance of the game is that he says that he always wins no matter what happens. But this time he didn't because he lost his wife, I guess. If that was his wife.
It seemed like it.
I think that's
I
what
thought he
happened.
was like the butler for the longest time.
So basically we got a girl, and there's this tall creepy guy who might be her husband.
Kind of looks like Lurch from
And
Rabbit.
and then there's this third guy who's like stalking the girl, saying that they like had sex or something.
Yeah, but he was very forceful. He was very creepy. Why would you run away with that person?
Why would you just say, please leave me alone, and then stand there?
Yeah,
Like
let
5
him
times.
feel
Please
you
leave
up.
me alone. Please leave me alone. Please leave me
In
alone.
15 different spots and 15 different dresses and 15 different
Yeah, what the freak?
Some of her dresses were very pretty though.
Yeah, the decoration was nice.
Yeah, I mean visually it was pretty, but a little too repetitive for my taste.
A lot.
And just too long to get to the end.
So long.
I don't really know what happened though. At first I thought he was Death coming to take her away or something.
Yeah.
Like trying to explain like her life to her and how she died because she refused to remember it.
Right.
But then I guess that wasn't it, and I was kind of bummed because I thought that was really cool building up to that, and I was like, oh, that's not what happened, I guess.
I think we were all waiting for something a lot more
Or is that what happened?
Dramatic.
earth-shattering.
I guess I just don't really know what happened.
I don't either.
It's too simple for us now, I think. Back in the day, we may have gotten it because that was the time, and it seemed like it was really...
Back in what day?
In that day!
Wait.
Well, it wasn't actually filmed back in 1928.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not that old of a movie, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. How recent is it?
I don't know.
1961.
1961.
So maybe it was just too simple of a story for the three of us.
I don't think it was simple. I think it was too complex for me, but...
I don't know.
They didn't
It leaves me going.
develop it too much. Yeah.
So, on a grade scale of A to F, what would you give it?
C.
What would you give it?
D minus?
I guess I'd give it a B minus. Just because it was semi-interesting, but not enough.
They didn't develop anything that much. Develop the characters, develop the story.
Would you tell your friends to watch that?
Hell
movie?
fucking no!
Maybe. Yes, if you like cinematography.
If you like cinematography and pretty dresses,
And black and white
The girl was
French
hot.
films.
I'll
yes.
give her that.
the girl's hot, that's how I got a D minus.
Yeah. Pretty.
The guy wasn't very hot. Yeah.
Here's where I'm at. No, I'm a little more like that.
That's it.
As the movie goes.
So, last year, Marienbad gets an average score of C minus. Ouch. Oh well. We'll see if the panel ends up preferring my movies or the critics' movies. But so far, it's not looking good for my movies. But who knows? Maybe I'll make film snobs out of them yet. We'll see. Till next time, the balcony is closed, or the couch is occupied. I'll work on it.
So now you know what we think. Give us your opinion. Were we right? Were we wrong? Leave a message below or a video response. Let us know what you think. We'll see you in a couple weeks.